Hey everyone, I wanted to do a quick video for everybody. This is about my Taurus GX4. As you know, there have been plenty of trigger issues with these firearms, and people have been getting dead triggers, and there's been a recall. Well, here's my experience with it. Owned this pistol for a while, actually didn't get to shoot it until recently. Took it out, put about 80 rounds through it maybe, and I experienced a dead trigger, literally, round in the chamber, aimed, pulled the trigger, nothing. It just went back. It sprung back, no striker drop. Dropped the magazine, racked it, round came out, no primer strike whatsoever. Put it back in, it fired fine after that. Only happened one time, but I only fired 80 rounds. At one point, I went on Taurus's website and I ordered the tritium front sight. It's the only upgrade I've made to it, and for whatever reason, I don't know if I forgot to put Loctite or whatever on it. But anyway, the nut came loose and that spun, so I was done for the day with that. I didn't want to push it any further. So anyway, I had that issue. The other issue that I had that I want to make everybody aware of is that, as you can see, the firearm is clear. The trigger itself, the trigger safety, this I developed an issue with. And this is only after that small amount of rounds that I had fired. And after I'd taken it home, I had cleaned it, and I said to myself, okay. Then I did, of course, a safety check after it was cleaned. And then I noticed that trigger bar safety didn't feel right. So I said to myself, you know something? Rack it, right? Fires normally. Reset. Fire. Now watch this. This right here, as you know, you have to depress that first to engage and bypass that safety. So right now it's fine, but there's no tension on that spring. So now, that's not good. That is absolutely dead. That spring on that little dingus, if you'll call it that, it's gone. So now, if you're carrying this, there's nothing there. It's like virtually no tension at all. So I can literally, that being the only safety that this pistol really has, other than the striker block safety, you can grab it on the sides and just fire it. So that little revelation led me to say, you know something? Let me call up Taurus, or let me at least go on the website and see if I'm part of this recall. I never thought of it because it seemed to work fine. The striker blocker was functioning fine. The trigger at that point up until my range session was fine. But lo and behold, I put my number in, and all of a sudden, this big like triangle with a orange, well, not orange, a yellow triangle come like send it in for, they don't call it recall, they call it an upgrade or whatever they call it, but they try to avoid recall. So this morning I called Taurus, explained the situation. Very nice lady, gives me return order number, and I'm going to send it in, and I'm going to get that taken care of. And I told her exactly what had happened, and of course they took notes, and they're going to address the safety recall or trigger issues. And I also told her about the dead trigger safety bar. I'm also going to hand type a letter, going to include it with the box, with the pistol, and I'm going to send it in. And they said about 4 weeks turnaround time, but the good thing is that they ship directly back to the owner, which is good. And you know something? I've had this pistol for about almost 2 years now, and I had to think back. I'm like, did I even did I put the pin? Did I file the warranty? Turns out I did. I did it when I first got it. So the lady said it didn't matter. They'd cover it anyway. I mean, I have a PT92 from 1991. They call it a legacy pistol. I'm the second owner, and I gave them the serial number to it. And they're like, no, you're covered under the lifetime warranty. That's a legacy pistol, so you're good to go. But anyway, they said, send it back, pistol, whatever magazines. I have 3 magazines for it. They want those. And they're going to go through it. They're going to do whatever repair they need to do to the trigger or the safety, whatever it is. I don't know if it's in the striker, but I don't think it is. I think it's more trigger related. That's my belief on it. If anybody else has some insight on that, please let me know, because this is, I mean, that's unacceptable. That's all you have, and that's just, I probably could take the chassis out and figure out what's going on, but why bother? I'm not going to mess with it, especially where it came up as one of the ones that fell within their serial number range for a recall. I'm not going to mess with it, even though I know I'm capable of repairing it. I'm not going to do it, because if, God forbid, later on down the line they could turn that around on me. So I'll let them handle their product. See? Now, if it's out enough, but there's, like, you can see there's no tension on this thing. See? There you go. Ready? See that? That's ridiculous. Yeah. See if I can do it like this. Sorry, I'm not trying to flag you. Just on the sides. Ready? I'm not touching it. Not good. All right, Taurus. We're going to send this thing back. I'm a little, I'm not going to say bummed out, but I'm a little disappointed, because this had so much hype, and now they have this huge recall. I know there could be a variance in the machine. Something could have been off calibration, and a certain amount of them could have gone through, and that's just what happens. And it's really, that's life. That's what happens. You can see how the dingus is set back there. How far back it sits. There's nothing there. So what happens? I'm going to send it back, let them make good on it. But I'm going to tell you, what I did shoot of this, I actually shot this with a 3-inch barrel more accurately than a 4-inch or a 5-inch service pistol. And I was having a bad day. I was just doing horribly. I was kind of all over the place. I really had to take my time. And usually it's not like that. But for whatever reason, with this pistol, it just felt really natural. It sits very nicely in the hand. And it just, I don't know, I was able to put them wherever I wanted. So other than that, and those issues that it's having, I don't know if it's a design flaw, it was just a out of spec thing, like the machines are out of calibration when a certain number of these went through the assembly line. But I'm going to give us a second chance, and I'm going to do a follow-up video when I get it back and let you know how Taurus handled it. And I'm going to try to get into their head, and I know they've been kind of secretive of what they're telling people. At least this is what I hear, of what they actually repaired. So I'm going to really try to, get into that area and try to find out what they did, what the problem was, and let you know what the fix was for my issues and for the issue that's out there with the trigger situation, or this recall, or this safety upgrade, or whatever they're calling it. But anyway, until then, thanks for watching. As always, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, helps out a lot. Appreciate you guys. Have a great day, and we'll be talking to you soon.